your prediction for the West right now? Who just Lakers? There's no competition, no Nuggets, no nothing. It's just the Lakers.
Who's in the league?
I mean, Lakers got it sewn up. Lakers got it sewn up for the West.
The Lakers definitely are good for the West, bro. Every time, regardless. That's in my eyes. But right now, I mean, there's a lot of teams in the West to really think about too, though, because you got the Clippers are up there. You still have to remember them. The Nuggets, yes, do not sleep on them. Come on now, you cannot sleep on them. Who else?
That's kind of is those two teams are those the only
the Mavs
competition?
The Mavs too, because listen, you can't sleep on Luka.
Are y'all serious right now? Like y'all not serious, bro.
I'm just leveling out the playing field.
We just talking about the playing.
It's really that much of a difference, bro. Like
it really is. Because if I start talking about the East,
it's not
the
about
East
the
is
East,
bugging.
bro. Like we really seen it. It's really that much of a difference. LeBron and AD together.
It's
bro,
really
AD
crazy.
Gonna take over every game because of rebounds.
LeBron and AD came together in one season, and
it's really not fair.
It's really, and I agree. They gonna get back to the chip.
It's not fair.
But so honestly,
they got Trez, bro. Trez is just like, bro, he an energized bunny. Like Trez only need to get.
He's a bucket every
15 points, bro.
He's a bucket every time.
He gonna give you at least 5 offensive rebounds, going crazy.
And Schroeder don't play scary either.
Nah, they got a whole. They got a championship team, no doubt.
So who
no doubt.
With them? Like,
because
nobody. That's all I was giving you the alley to say.
Here's my biggest thing about the Nets. You ain't got no bench. Y'all have no bench no more. Y'all really have no bench.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. They were saying
that's not true.
Brooklyn.
You can say y'all. I'm with Brooklyn.
Brooklyn can score it up any game. So pretty much like, is their defense a liability, or they score so much where no one's gonna score as much as them?
That's the
score so much.
Listen,
at the end, you got Kevin Durant and James Harden. It's just not
Kevin
fair.
Durant's a walking bucket.
It's just not fair. So for the next couple of years, do you see it just being Brooklyn and LA going to the chip for the next couple of years?
Like the thing is, like
I think the competitive landscape is more balanced now. Though, like the East is sweet. The West is kind of like the Lakers can like. I don't know. The Lakers might be able to hold down the West.
Same respect that you give in LA right now in the West, you need to give Brooklyn in the East, brother. If that's how we doing it. Because they looking head over shoulders better in 2 games.
They had 80 together, but they struggled to win, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
LeBron struggled to win last night. It's the regular season. They lost to the Warriors, bro.
But you're not.
I just said.
Hold on.
You're not going to do that.
You're going to have to do that a lot in the playoffs, bro. When it comes to the playoffs, it's not even going to be like that. When you're going to play defense, bro, like, it's not the same. KD gonna get his buckets, but who gonna worry about is Harden, bro? Like, Harden older, like, it's a different dynamic. It's a way different dynamic. Your bench gotta be able to score in the playoffs. You know that shit. If your bench not scoring, bro, you're not winning. Your bench gotta score.
I think Brooklyn's gonna keep them accountable.
If 2 niggas get 80, bro, like, you can't win off this game.
But the way the game is played and this team, they have 3 super dynamic ball handlers at all times. If you could have Kevin Durant or James Harden or Kyrie in the game, it's never like there's really a bench squad out there.
You got Kyrie saying he want 8 post touches, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Like, what you telling me?
Yo, Kyrie be eating in the post,
Kyrie
bro. Come on, bro.
But you the point guard, bro. You the point guard.
They don't need him to be the point guard. That's the thing. James Harden is the point guard. Kyrie need to just play the 2 and do what he was doing.
Do you think Harden's gonna have the ball in his hand more than
if Kyrie played the 2?
So.
If Kyrie played the 2, then maybe. But like, that's still ass though. Like, he want 8 post touches, bro.
I think they should put James back on the 2.
You think they should put James back on the 2?
James back on the 2.
It's not gonna work because James need the ball.
It won't. Right.
James Harden.
It won't work, but it'll work.
And Kyrie not
his catch and shoot is great.
Who really says that James? I mean,
you can mix it up with James and Kyrie. Like, you could be real confused every game. You can mix it up with both of them.
And then with Harden,
the Lakers do that with Schroeder and Brown right now.
I feel like he got too much of a bad rap from Houston because I don't think it's like him, like that's what he wanted to do, or when in the game he's just like fuck all his teammates. It's a numbers game down there in Houston. They would just want him to shoot as many shots as possible, as many ISOs as possible, because in their mathematics, their analytics shit, that's what they thought was gonna win. So that was asked of him. Now he's in Brooklyn. But like, he's had no problem being off the ball. You feel me?
I mean, like, it's weird because like I can't dismiss plays like when Chris Paul make a move and you just stand there when it's a wide open cut, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you just stay, like your defender just going like this. You feel me? Like,
But that was literally their offense was just to do the ISO. Like James wasn't doing nothing because the whole play is designed for Chris Paul to take that shot that possession.
When we be hooping, how mad you be when like you're on offense and somebody like somebody just walking and then like my defender just right here all in you. You trying to get your bucket like you like, hey yo, cut like so you telling me like we at the highest level. And your IQ not there, bro, to do that shit.
Like, right, but we talking about the past, bro. We talking about this year. Like, come on, he playing with Kevin Durant now. See, that's the difference.
Now, I think he actually want like I think it's a different motivation because him and KD really boys. You know what I'm saying? They really them like they fuck with each other. So,
but more than that, it's like he's Kevin Durant. So James Harden has no problem taking that back seat. You know, Chris Paul. No disrespect to Chris Paul. You know, that's future Hall of Famer, but. Those are two different guys, you know. Sometimes, you know, James probably be looking like I don't need to take a seat back, you know, for CP, you know.
But CP that nigga though, so you got like, you feel me? Like you got trust in that. Like that's when the basketball comes in. When we playing together, bro. Like that's where like them ego shit is whack.
Yeah,
like, the ego shit whack sometimes. Like you know, like that's why I think like it's kind of ass for Kyrie before a game even starts, bro, you say I want 8 post touches, bro. You can't play basketball like that, bro. Come on, bro. The game might not need you to get 8 post touches, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like what if James eating, bro? Like this is just James' night. I gotta take the back. Oh, let me just get 15 assists. Like, why don't you be thinking like that, bro? Like that's
true.
Yeah.
Like, but I got an interesting question though. With that being said, what do y'all see happening with Kyrie and the rest of this year? Do you think he's gonna play and it's gonna be an issue? He's gonna be good, right?
I think honestly, like me, one thing I know about Kyrie, that nigga gonna ball. You feel me? Like I can't like all the other bullshit aside, bro. When it's time to like put that chicken up, Kyrie gonna do his thing. Like I swear to God, like at all times, like you know. So like.
But he's dealing with a lot of stuff.
I was gonna say, like,
I do feel bad about Kyrie. You said something interesting on the gram, which was kind of crazy, like move him to DC.
Yeah,
that's not like I think that's interesting because like like that. I feel like Kyrie feels like he has a purpose beyond basketball.
That could be the perfect
and like that
balance
between
finding
balance for him. But like
I
think like I don't know, it's weird though because like we never really seen basketball players like Kyrie in terms of. Like think other than basketball, so like you know, like so it's hard. Like
not Kareem.
No.
But you talking about nowadays with hoopers? We not used to it because hoopers are just happy to be in the league, playing, getting paid, taking care of their
family. They're not doing anything to jeopardize.
The chicken. They taking care of their chicken, as Marshawn Lynch would say.
But the thing about Kyrie is like. Yo, I think he really feel in his heart of heart, like, bro.
It's
like,
his purpose.
Yeah, this shit that going on, bro, like, I gotta help. So, like, you know what I'm saying? And when you look at the average NBA player and how they were before, like, all they really think during the season, like, I'm trying to get this fucking championship, I don't give a fuck about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And, like, bro, you got the shit going on in the world, this and that.
The first
and niggas just playing to get a championship, like, you know, just to do it, like, the amount of focus, like, they all say, amount of focus, the amount of everything gotta go right, you gotta be in, like, you buy in 100%. Like, it's hard to emotionally be on the social justice end and emotionally be in on the basketball. I mean, that shit is, like, take a toll on the motherfucker, you feel me?
For real. I think people have to change, like, their tone and rhetoric when it comes to, like, Kyrie. Because they could be on the bad end of something, just like we seen it a couple years ago with Kaepernick on a whole other different type of situation. But you know, people left him hanging, and then a couple years later, now they look like assholes. You know what I'm saying? And then if they do that to Kyrie, history can write that he was like.
But at the end of the day,
no, I'm not talking about like. Blackball him. I'm talking about how people talk about him and how they are on like this side of the argument.
People always been talking about Kyrie.
Yeah, see that's the problem. He got a track record with.
That's the thing. He got a track record, but at the same time, like people do go through things differently. Yeah, you just have to remember that. Like at the end of the day, he is still a human. Mm-hmm. Like he did say, he is still a person. Like, but at the end of the day, too, like you also have to remember the NBA is also your job. But you can't just vanish and not say nothing. Right? You could have, left a note, sent a text. Like,
like on some real though, on some basketball shit. Fuck out of here, nigga.
It's true.
Like,
I mean,
Dennis
Dennis
Rodman.
Rodman's
Like,
in it.
if you went to college and shit, you ain't doing that
Dennis
shit like
Rodman's
that.
in it.
But like,
you
I mean,
know.
but Dennis told niggas like.
Right.
I'll be in Vegas, dog.
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas. I'm just letting you know.
Dennis said, "Hey, yo, cuz, I
I'm
need
going
this."
regardless, but I'm just
He
letting
didn't
you
say I'm
know.
going regardless. He said, "Yo, Phil."
No, I'm saying he just just said it like he was out regardless though.
See,
You got time off.
facts. The thing with Kyrie, just where he's fucking up and everything, is that he's choosing not to let people know what's going on, which is totally his prerogative. But with that going on, now everybody is gonna be like an asshole about it. You know what I'm saying?
And you can even tell how he came back.
It's
He
a
said that he
thing.
had to apologize to each of his teammates, so you know that he was leaving some of them in the dark.
Yeah.
You know, you got to communicate when you're at that level, and especially if you want to be taken seriously, you can't just, go MIA, think it's gonna be all good because you had a righteous cause. Because I'm sure there's a bunch of people that feel just as strong about social justice and what they could do with their money and what they could do with their time and what opportunities they could give other people, and they showing up to work every day. Because we give that same praise to Braun, that he does all this and he still, takes care of what he got to do.
This is true, but this is why, Kyrie, he's doing it to him. He knows that this is gonna happen, and he doesn't care, and he just don't want to share. Because if he shared it, and there's some fucked up shit going on, everybody would be like, "We understand."
I mean, it wasn't only
That's
just
the jersey.
but he said it wasn't only just the social justice thing. It was also
Yeah.
he had personal
Personal
family
shit, yeah.
things going on. It's like
Yeah, that's
sometimes
a
you
fact.
don't speak about it.
Yeah.
But it's not that he doesn't have to speak on it, because if it's something family,
You just need to get somebody.
if it's something family, that's fine. Everybody's gonna understand that. But then if you're trying to get cop out as the social justice thing, it's
He's not even using it as a cop
Yeah,
out.
he using it as a cop out.
no, not using it as a
Yeah.
cop out, but that's one of the main reasons too why he wasn't there.
Yeah, he was basically saying that, but it was definitely when they asked him specifically why, he said personal issues. You feel me? So it's like.
But when he elaborated, it was about the social justice. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
you gotta take both into account. You gotta take both
I
into
think
account.
he does the social justice thing just to make sure he talks about it every time. I'm gonna bring this shit
No,
up.
they asked him because they asked him. That a
I
report
seen
came
the
out
video,
that
I'm
you
gonna keep it
bought.
stacked.
Yeah, they
I
asked him
watched the video.
because he bought a house for George Floyd's family.
Yeah, I seen that part.
Yeah, so that's why they asked him, and that's when he started talking about the social
Can't take
justice.
nothing away from that boy.
Yeah, nah, Kyrie's a good dude, and we praying for him. We hope,
Right.
we
Nah,
cheering
he's
for you,
cool.
Jersey.
We hope everything all right.
For
Yeah,
sure.
that's Jersey. So
But like so,
his
it's
credit
sad.
good
When he get
over
on the
here.
court, it's over.
Exactly.
When
And
you get
yo,
on the court, it's probably go crazy.
facts. And I don't understand why, because the team is in Brooklyn, we can't still, as Jersey
Nah,
people,
I'm
support
not.
the team.
I'm
Like, it's
not.
lit.
Teams, again.
You want
Yeah, I
you want the
want
stadium in
football
Newark,
teams
bro? It's
playing
more
on
lit in Brooklyn, bro.
I'm saying